It's a comic book world that we all live in.
That's it.
America and Spider-Man and Dr. Doom with his evil plan. He's gonna try and take over our land. It's a comic book world, as you can see, with movies all about a guy named E.T. And I can remember what he said to me as he made his very last plea. E.T., go home. We'll leave your M&Ms alone. E.T., go home. We'll leave your M&Ms alone.
Woo! Good job, good job.
Now, Norm says you know this song. This one called This'll Like Mine. Do you know that song?
Well, he'll do a rehearsal, and then you guys could do it.
We'll do a rehearsal.
He'll do it first.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, now come up a little bit closer. Come up, come up, come up, come up. All the way. And sing as loud as you can now. Ready? Here we go.
As loud as you can.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here we go, one more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, don't let Satan it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let Satan blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let Satan blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. With this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Louder. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Go ahead, Josh. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. clap your hands. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Woo!
Norm, you want to say an announcement right now? I know that. I can just see it, that you just want to talk about a commercial, so it's...
Well, you know what? We're having so much fun over here. We're going to do another one. Why don't you...
Another one? Okay. Which one should we do? What do you think?
I think you should do the comic book song one more time.
Do the comic book world one more time?
Because I feel you guys are more into it now. You're going to have some fun with this song, right?
Really, real loud now. Okay. Yellow bag. Hey Russ, would you like to do some video?
Yes.
You know, we're all here for Lieutenant Colonel Matt Urban. It would have been his birthday. America's most highly decorated combat soldier.
One time in the center to turn on. Okay. And get the kids.
Yeah, I will. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, like this.
Start the eyes.
Okay. Go.
Ready? You can clap your hands if you want. It's a comic book world that we all live in.
That we all live in.
With Captain America
Captain America
and Spider-Man
and Spider-Man
and Dr. Doom
and Dr. Doom
with his evil plan.
with his evil plan.
He's gonna try
He's gonna try
and take over our land.
to take over our land.
It's a comic book world,
It's a comic book world,
as you can see,
as you can see,
with movies all about
with movies all about
a guy named E.T. And I can remember what he said to me as he made his very last plea. Let's go loud now. E.T.
E.T.
Go home.
Go home.
We'll leave your M&Ms alone. E.T. Go home.
Go home.
We'll leave your M&Ms alone. Now sing this part. Oh, he's as cute as a teddy bear in his closet somewhere. He can build a homing device, you see. And then all the kids all sang to me. Here we go. E.T.
E.T.
Go home.
Go home.
We'll leave your M&Ms alone. E.T.
E.T.
Go home.
Go home.
We'll leave your M&Ms alone. It's a comic book world that we all live in. With Captain America and Spider-Man and there's Dr. Doom with his evil plan. He's gonna try and take over our land. Okay, Josh, go. It's a comic book world that we all live in. With Captain America and Spider-Man and his Dr. Doom take over our land. Land it.
Wow, wow, woo! You kids are so sweet. You guys, you know, you never know where you're gonna go from here. You know what I mean? You could. This is all.
Into a video camera.
Oh, okay.
You got-
You never know where you're gonna go with this. You know what? There's some musicians out there that never get radio airtime. Well, guess what? You're gonna get it. This show's gonna be heard next week. I'm saying this right here at the famous
Shut up.
Broadway Market. And you could always brag
shut it
about
up?
it the rest of your days that you performed on the radio. How about that? So give yourselves a hand now. Come on now. Woo! What a fun time this is, right?
Thanks,
All
sir.
for to keep Lieutenant Colonel Matt Urban's legacy alive. He fought in World War II. You guys will know more about it through history. 7 Purple Hearts. That's what he did, and the Medal of Honor. And he was a boxer. You'll be proud of this too, because he's buried in Arlington. He was also a boxer. Everybody knows who Muhammad Ali is, right? Well, when he was still Cassius Clay, Lieutenant Colonel Matt Urban coached him into the Olympics in 1960. Of course, he coached the whole team, and he got to give him credit for it because they won that in 1960, which of course they didn't do really well this year. But anyway, I thank you very much, and I'm glad you had some fun.
Thank you.
You're going to also see parts of this on a computer. You go Willie with a Y, Orbison. Okay, Willie with a Y, Orbison. You know, he doesn't brag about himself, but he was also a.k.a. Gerald Ralston. He went under Jerry G. He had so many different names through his career, and very well known. He had Tower of Power, a lot of groups back then in the 60s that became well known, and he was very connected with
You
us.
want to sing one more song?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll teach it to you. Norm, take this.
I'm going to be with that
Okay,
my
this
mother's
is called
house.
rock and roll.
I'll see you now.
Nobody need the microphone. Wait a minute. Get it. All these electronics that we got to do. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The part you sing goes like this. We want rock and roll. We want rock and roll. We want the rock and roll. We want rock and roll. We want rock and roll. Can you sing that, do you think? Okay, let's try it. We want rock and roll. We want rock and roll. We want the rock and roll. We want rock and roll. Come on. We want rock and roll. Well, one day while sitting around just on the other side of town, I spotted a great big hole, and out of it popped a mole. Well, strange to my surprise, he had 22 eyes, and with his big feet, he was dancing it with his feet. Well, I walked up to Mr. Mole that had just come out of his hole, and I said there, Mr. Mole, why'd you come out of your hole? Here we go. Now, here's your turn. Ready? Here we go. Oh, we want rock and roll. We want rock and roll. We want the rock and roll. We want rock and roll. Come on, we want rock and roll. Well, you can rock it, you can roll it, you can really jump and stroll it at the hop, bop, bop, bop. Where the record started spinning, you can lips with your chicken at the hop, bop, bop, bop. I do the dance sensation that's sweeping the nation at the hop. Oh, we want rock and roll. Let me hear you. We want rock and roll. We want the rock and roll. We want rock and roll. Come on. We want rock and roll. Well, then I heard a sound, and everyone was gathered around. The mole had caught the beat and was dancing it with his feet. We want rock and roll. We want rock and roll. We don't want to roll, but we want rock and roll. Come on, we want rock and roll.
Wow, you guys are great. Woo! Great job.
Thank you very much, kids. We'll do it another time, okay? You can come back, but you can go see it on the computer. You can get your mom to turn on the computer and you can see what we're doing here.
Okay, why don't you do one of your tunes?
Okay.
Okay. Why don't you give it up for Willie Orbison? Would you give it up for Willie Orbison?
Thank you. I'd like to do a little Buddy Holly for you right here. All my love, all my kisses, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, will the world will see that you were meant for me. All my life, I keep waiting. Tonight there'll be no hesitating, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, will the world will see that you were meant for me. Starlight falls early in the morning. I can hear my lover calling. I'm gonna make everything right. You're gonna be my baby tonight. All my love, all my kisses. You don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, will the world will see that you were meant for me. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. Say you're gonna leave me, you know it's been like us. That'll be the day when I die. Will you give me all your loving and your turtle doving, all your hugs and kisses and your money too? First you say you love me, then you tell me only that someday, well, I'll be true. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave me, you know it's better like us. That'll be the day when I die.
Wow, good job.
Right now I'd like to take and bring Josh Hogan back and let him do a couple more songs for you. You did the chord. Pull the chord. Here we go. I should have had you to lead the chord.